Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream with Mint Market. Um, Sorry for the little break I took. Today we have Monday, new start in a week, and we're looking at the NASDAQ here. And I took a break for 2 weeks. Sorry for that. Going to mute my stuff so that we are going to have a clean session. Sorry for being off for 2 weeks. I had some personal issues. My grandfather died, so I'm sorry. I guess you will understand that I didn't make any videos. But today I'm back, and we will today together outline some analysis, some price action, and I will do some live trades in front of you if I find some. Please be reminded that all being said and shown here is my personal opinion. Do not risk real money on anything being said. You might lose money. With that being said, let's start right into the analysis. Today we have Monday. We had news at 3 p.m. FOMC member Waller spoke, and so far we didn't miss anything. There was nothing I would have been interested in. We have our opening range gap here, this pink shaded area, and we touched that at 9:30 and just rallied since. What I'm looking, in today's session, I'd be only interested in shorts as of right now. I'd be looking for a trade back into the opening range gap here, maybe to the midpoint. We have our first presented fair value gap here. So let's see if we get a sell setup at some point today. Here we have a fair value gap. Let's see if this can act as inversion here. If we can trade through this sell side liquidity here, and we have already traded into the midpoint. Where's the fib? Yeah. We have traded already to the first upper quarter here. So let me check real quick. If the chat is working, feel free to, if you're watching, feel free to chat with me. Looks good so far. So far, so good. And what I want to outline here is, my chart looks really busy, sorry for that. And I want to outline the upper quarter here. So it's approximately here. It's not 100%, I guess. All right, I think this is good now. So what I'm outlining here is we have the midpoint of this daily fair value gap here. We have the upper quarter, and we have the premium end here. So we traded into that. 15-minute nothing here, first presented fair value gap here. Let me actually move that. We have a fair value gap here on the 5-minute, another one on the 3-minute, 2-minute as well. Another fair value gap here. We have a market structure shift here. Trade into that bullish order block here. I'm looking for sells, but I'm not sure. We have a fair value gap here, if this is the right time already. So far we traded through this fair value gap. We traded into that, so far that looks good. And I will actually take a sell here. Yeah, ran away already. Stop will be above here. And let's see if we're able to go lower and go into this first presented fair value gap here. So I'm trying to do, I will do a little scalp. I will do a couple of scalps here. We have another fair value gap here. And what I will do is 20, 30 handles here, 30, it's around here. So I'll put that here, 30. I want to see it stay heavy here. I don't want to see it come back up here. That wouldn't be good. Needs to, we took out the low here, needs to find some speed now and some weakness. If we trade through this, that would be not ideal for the setup. %11 up since we started. That's pretty decent. We are back in this fair value gap, which could act as inversion fair value gap, but so far I don't want to see, I want to see it melt from here. I don't want to see any retracement after we took out sell stops here, traded into this fair value gap. We also reached this third upper quarter of the opening range gap. So in my opinion, it needs to drop from here if my idea and my bias is right. That's what I'm looking at. We have an inversion fair value gap here, market structure shift here, 2022 model here, market structure shift, low, high, broke through that, traded into this, broke through here, inversion fair value gap. This should keep price from going higher if my trade is good. And I'm aiming for 30 handles here. So since we took out liquidity, I will reduce the stop now. It should not come back to here at all. If it comes back to here, I'm probably wrong. We have a fair value gap here, which is also the first presented fair value gap of today. And we have a potential market maker sell model here. And my take profit is even before we reach into this first presented fair value gap. And we have the midpoint, the consequent encroachment of our daily fair value gap here. So that's also a potential draw on liquidity here. And what I want to do as well is I want to mark the 8:30 open today. 8:30 opening price here. And so far it looks pretty good. We have nice risk to reward so far. To ratio of 2. And I feel like we have high resistance liquidity run today. It's a little bit slow here. Not to use the word chop here. But we're slowly and steadily taking out lows, and so far it didn't come back and took buy side liquidity here. And again, I'm looking for 30 handles here. Nothing crazy, but a nice little scalp. And so far it looks pretty decent. So far it looks like, and we have lower drawn liquidity here. Very nice. So we got that hit, target hit, and we are also at the first presented fair value gap here. Nice little hit, $605 banked here. So nice little scalp here. And we are right into this. So let me show you the executions. So very nice one here. And banked some profit here, which is nice. And let's see what the reaction is here from the first presented fair value gap. I'm not looking to take a long here. It might do so, but it's not what I'm interested in. If it goes higher from here, it's fine. It can run without me. I still expect it to go lower. I think we have reason to take out this low here, midpoint of the daily fair value gap as well. And I think we have I might look at this as an inversion fair value gap. Let's see, to take another short here. I'm not in a trade right now, but I am expecting it to go lower still. We have some reaction here off, but I think we will still drop lower, and I think we will ultimately go to 25.50. That's what I'm thinking. And if we go through it and retrade to it, I might take another short here, running to 2550. That's something I'm looking at. We have the 830 opening price here. We have another, where's the New York midnight opening price? Midnight opening price is around here. So that's really very low. I don't think New York midnight opening price will be a factor today. But we can draw it out anyways. And what I will do is I will delete last week's. So we had a midnight opening here, rallied higher so far, took all the buy side liquidity out here, and we opened at 8, consolidated a little bit at 830, ran a second time here. And what I want to do as well is a standard deviation of the opening range gap. Let's see how far it can go. Exactly one standard deviation of the opening range gap. Here we have the high of the day. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? The precision is real. So we traded back into the first presented fair value gap, and if it stays like this, this might be a bullish setup here. Still don't want to buy it here because I think we're too much off in a premium here. So I'd be rather waiting for a sell, even though the higher time frame is bullish. So don't get me wrong here, I'm not expecting the market to drop or collapse. So far the higher time frame is definitely bullish. But we can see that we can still outline some shorts here with one contract, slow and steadily trading this thing up. I think I won't do a full hour session today. Probably will close that one at like 9:30 or shortly after 9:30 because I have some personal back office work to do. Right, it looks like it wants to go higher from here. So this is not bullish to me anymore at the very moment. We have also a 1-minute market structure shift here. So it might want to attack buy side again, and again, I don't think that we are very bearish at the very moment, even though it has ran a lot already today. So I really actually don't want to buy it, but for a scalping session here, that was a buy. And it might, we have here the upper quarter of the daily fair value gap, it might want to run there and go even higher. Here we have the market structure shift here, traded into the first presented fair value gap, respected the wick here, didn't even go to the midpoint here. So yeah, that is a potential long entry here for someone. I will actually buy it here with a very small stop. Stop will be here. Stop will be here. Stop will be here. Let's see if we get a nice, if we have a nice market today, or if it wants to, if it's seek and destroy. We took some buy side up here. Maybe it wants to go. We have a potential draw to go higher here and run on the buy side again. 30 handles so far, it doesn't look so good. If the market is good, it should, this inversion fair value gap should act as support. I have my last line of defense here. If it goes all the way down, it's probably not good. Then I'm probably not in a high probability market condition here. Let's see. And I'm actually not very comfortable holding along here. The higher time frame bias is long, but we are in a big premium here, so that's what concerns me. But direction so far is all right. We have market structure shift on the 1 minute after trading into this first presented fair value gap, trade it back into the fair value gap, and this should, if the market is good, price should go higher from here, hold here, not, and go and attack the buy side liquidity from here again, and not go lower. We took out the high here, so I'm willing to move my stop up a little bit. We have a fair value gap here actually, and I think I'm going to move it actually up to here, so I reduce the risk a little bit. And here that's a little bit too, that's not enough for taking a partial, but this is a high being taken, so one could take a partial here, take a partial here, take a partial here. This is a potential bullish order block here for value gap. I don't want to see this low broken again. If I'm right about my traded theorem bias, this low should stay intact here, and another high taken here. Let's actually measure that range here. I want to see some speed and magnitude here. Don't want it to chop around here. All right. I'm moving my stop up a little bit. It's a little bit too choppy for my liking here. If it breaks this low, it's no longer good in my opinion. It's not ideal. So I want to be out here. This reaction actually I don't like. I will close it here. A little bit slow here. Okay. So closed here. Didn't like this high's been taken and running lower, breaking at this low here. It might still go up, but this is not very favorable at the very moment. Looks like so far it's kept in this range here. Let's see what it does from here. It can, it's still good for now, I think. It's still in this, as long as it doesn't break this fair value gap here, it's still potentially good. So maybe I closed it a little bit too early. Maybe it was a little bit too risk averse in the end. But whatever. We have a little bit of profit banked here. And I didn't like the deep retracement. It already traded through the mean threshold of this order block, so that's not what I want to see. It can consolidate here and still go higher, that's fine. It can also, it revisits this fair value gap, that's also fine, but it's better if it doesn't. And we are inside this range, even though I think it could still go higher from here. But on the other hand, we are in a huge premium, so I'm more comfortable about the short here. That's why I also was a little bit more conservative conservative about this one trade here. All right, I have still some personal issues to do today. There's a lot for me to organize, and we took 2 trades today, one with a very, very small loss and one very nice delivered to the target. Still up with just one contract, roughly 12% since we started here about 2 months ago. If you're watching this, if you like what I'm doing, like outlining the market live, taking live trades in front of you, I would really appreciate if you give the video a thumbs up, and if you like, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to do this daily. Sometimes my personal life doesn't allow, like the last 2 weeks, but I'm back now and I will continue doing this at least till the end of the year, and would be a great encouragement if you help me to grow the channel. All right, I think that's it. I think we should watch the buy side going forward. So so far we are in this range, but I think higher time frame bias is bullish. Doesn't mean that it goes higher, but there is a chance we go higher. If we break through this first presented fair value gap, come back up into it, then I think we will revisit this opening range gap, maybe even the midpoint here, 25.85. If we hold ground here, go higher, take out this high, we might go higher and go to the premium high of this daily fair value gap. So let's see. I will be back tomorrow. I wish you all the best, guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. All the best wherever you are.